Everybody hit the like button. 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 If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting afraid. What? Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. If you got something to say, drop it in the comments. Don't be acting afraid. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know you at. Drop your city. What? Drop your city in the chat. What? Drop your city. What? Drop your city in the chat. Drop your city in the chat.
Michelle Obama, you dirty sorry. Obama is not a good-looking woman. Everybody can't be fine, like my wife. Everybody can't be fine like that.
Toby, be good boy for master. Don't send Toby away. Toby, be good field hand, master.
That's all right, Toby. That's all right. You be a good field hand, you can stay here.
So whoever made this meme doesn't realize he doesn't look like this. He actually looks like this. Officer Tatum is shaped like a woman. Him and Saucy Santana can be brothers or sisters.
Hey, now, I don't know if she a man or not. I don't think she is.
I don't think you shaped like a man or not. Or I don't think you is.
But I will say.
And why do all coons look alike? He looks just like Jesse Lee Peterson. Look at the utter despair in their eyes. They have.
And we're going to get into this right here because this is really a thing. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. But the eyes, the despair in the eyes, we're going to break this whole thing down. So this is Brandon Tatum, Officer Brandon Tatum, and he is somewhat of a black racist. And we're going to break down the reason why this man is the way he is and why he's so dysfunctional.
Slave eyes.
Hey, y'all quit lying to this woman, act like she cute though.
You built like your grandma. You out here built like a sassy, saucy Santana. Your new name is Quiet on the Creek Tatum. You should be concerned with why you look like you transitioning, like you get quarterly work done at Dr. Miami.
So right here, this may, like, seriously, this is a joke, but from a serious note, this is most likely the reason why Brandon Tatum is the way he is. He's shaped like a woman, and he most likely spent his whole young life being shaped like this, like a woman, and it put him in a position where no woman wants to be with him because he looks like a woman. And the only woman that would actually want to be with a person that is shaped like a woman is probably a feminist, problematic white woman. So, because in the black community, I think aesthetics is more important to black people than other races. And I'm not saying if you're white or if you're this, you don't see a handsome man or you don't see a handsome woman. But in our community, like how fine a woman is or how handsome a guy is, that takes precedence, which is kind of bad, you know, because you want somebody that has the ability to make good decisions. You need somebody that makes good money or something like that, right? But with us, it's looks first and everything else second. And because of that, if a man looks like this, look at his knees. He has like knock knees. And if you look up at his top torso, he literally has breasts. So he literally looks like a lesbian. He looks like a lesbian. So when you look at this guy right here, he had no choice but to, one, find a white woman to be with, and two, hate black people because black people, in his mind, probably hated him his whole life. This man literally is shaped like a liberal lesbian.
Who gave birth to y'all children? You or your mister? You talking about Michelle like your wife don't look like a sick Jeff Ross. No matter how much money your mister spent on her face not to look like Lord Farquaad.
And then this is another thing. He got with this woman 15 years ago when she looked like this. So think about that. He looks like a lesbian and she looks like this. So this is kind of like an understanding of how these two got together. She looked like a space alien. Sorry, but I think she, it is what it is. And the reason why I feel free of, in talking about this woman when her husband is the one that's running around talking shit about people is because he's running around talking shit about other people's wives. So I have no problem talking about his wife. Just in case somebody comes in the comments saying, why are you talking about her? She didn't say all this stuff. Well, I'm about to show you that she does say all these things in the background. So yes, she looks like this and he looks like that. So it all makes sense to me.
How much money yo mister spent on her face not to look like Lord Farquaad, she still ended up looking like a fresh-faced Dylan Mulvaney. He was already out here lying on Nolan Wells, talking about a source told you that he was doing cocaine.
And this person told me that it's over 100% chance that Nolan was using cocaine during this period of time.
But your wife looks like she does cocaine at this period of time.
Exactly.
Listen, Aunt Jemima Tatertit, just go back to your regular routine and hating on black folks. And worry about your wife who look like she taste tests truck stop glory holes.
So this is the reason why this dude hates black people. He's shaped like a woman.
That's it.
Her new name is Officer Santana.
Oh, wait. That's some of my songs, so I got to take that out. But this right here, y'all, is the reason why this man is the way he is. He's literally shaped like Queen Latifah. This man is shaped like a gay person. I gotta get out of the song.
Auntie, bro.
You call Uncle Tom, coon, sellout. You chucking and jiving for the white man. You telling me this boy is only hanging around white people and somehow he a part of black people shun you. So I don't want to hear no black person trying to come to his rescue now. When in the black community, they shun you.
They shun you when you got Uncle Tom hips. There's a good possibility that the reason why Officer Tatum hates black people is because he spent his whole childhood being shaped like a tall, 60-year-old, top-heavy, overweight white woman.
Yep. So here's his wife right here.
I heard.
So this is his wife talking mess about black people. And they did a whole podcast just talking mess about black people. This is a clip, but I didn't watch the whole podcast, but she spent a lot of her of this podcast laughing at black people next to her black people hating husband.
I heard. I heard that thing.
When we make jokes about black people. We make jokes about black people.
I've been married to a white woman
about
long enough where that I hear the smoke detectors now.
It just dawned on me. I now remember where I recognized Brandon Tatum's wife. But this is what she used to do before she got with Brandon Tatum.
I knew I recognized her from somewhere.
Do you remember this right here? This was Brandon Tatum's wife before she got with Brandon Tatum.
She used to play the...
Put a one in the chat if y'all remember this character that worked for McDonald's. It was Brandon Tatum's wife. They both have like moon-shaped heads.
piano. She was extremely talented. She worked for McDonald's. So because of this, I have to put a lot of respect on Brandon Tatum's wife because she was out here doing her thing way before she got with Brandon Tatum.
So this is the reason why she got a facelift or whatever that word is down there, a bio something. This is how her face was shaped, and then she turned around and got her face done, and now she looks like, well, never mind. She still looks terrible, but it is what it is.
But Michelle Obama is not a good-looking woman. Everybody can't be fine like my wife. Everybody can't be fine like that.
This woman looks like a lactose intolerant zombie.
So I want to play this too, and then we're going to get a little farther into this. We want to get a little serious after this, but the little Mac dude, it was an actual woman and not a dude. We thought it was a dude, but it was actually Brandon Tatum's wife.
Be good boy for master.
Whoever made this meme doesn't realize he doesn't look like this. He actually looks like this.
Hold up.
Toby, be good boy for master.
Whoever made this meme doesn't realize he doesn't look like this. He actually looks like this. Officer Tatum is shaped like a woman. Him and Saucy Santana can be brothers or sisters. Officer Tatertits got caught wearing the same pants as Saucy Santana.
So I want y'all to let me know, am I wrong for saying this right here? Do these two people look exactly the same right here? These are the same people. And this is the reason why this man hates black people.
Is shaped like a woman. Him and Saucy Santana can be brothers or
Look at the pants.
sisters.
So I'm putting it on the big screen. They're wearing the same pants. They're wearing the same clothes. And they have the same breasts. Look at his breasts and then look at his breasts. They're literally shaped the same. They both have breasts. They both have childbearing hips. And they both have the same knees. This is the reason why Brandon Tatum hates black people.
Officer Tatertit got caught wearing the same pants as Saucy Santana.
Hey, now, I don't know if she a man or not. I don't think she is.
I don't think you shaped like a man or not.
God damn it. I keep forgetting about this damn song. I got to take this out two times. But this is the reason why this man is the way he is. But now that we got the jokes out of the way, I want to share a little bit more serious side of all of this. So there's a guy named Said Thompson.
Dangerous
here.
Man's life is when he loses the thing that.
So I want to get into the psychology of people like Brandon Tatum. And because I think this is important for all of us to learn from, because you got jokes, but then you have the serious side of this.
Michelle Obama, you dirty sorry.
The most dangerous moment in a man's life is when he loses the thing that told him who he was. I've been thinking about that ever since I saw this clip of D.L. Hughley responding to Officer Tatum's perspective on the Nolan Wells case.
And before we go down this rabbit hole, 1, make sure to hit the like button. 2, make sure to hit the hype button. And 3, subscribe to my channel. But I want to speak on this part right here. Him talking about Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama, you dirty sorry.
Do you think him talking mess about Michelle Obama is a bad thing? We got to talk about this first. Do you think him saying these things about Michelle Obama is bad?
Michelle Obama is not a. Everybody can't be fine, like my wife.
So yes or no in the chat. Do you think saying this about Michelle Obama is what makes him a terrible person? Yes or no in the chat. This is how I think. Tatum talking mess about Michelle Obama is, I don't have a problem with that. You know why? Because I've talked about Melania Trump. I had a video that got like 500,000 views, and it was all about talking mess about Melania Trump and Donald Trump. This is part of it right here.
And Melania came out and made the statement she did.
I don't know if y'all remember this, but I talked about Melania Trump. So if Brandon Tatum can talk mess about Michelle Obama, does this make me a bad person when I talked about this?
The reason Melania Trump came out and made the statement she did is because a book is being released in the United Kingdom in 2 days, where there's interviews and pieces from interviews where Epstein and Prince Andrew discuss how they were both fucking Melania before she was passed on to Donald, and how they were all shocked when he married a paid-for whore. Have a good day.
The first time Donald Trump had sex with Melania was on my plane. This is Epstein talking. Remember how she said in her statement, I was never on Jeffrey Epstein's plane, I was never on his island? Little did he know I beat him to the punch a year before when I was at a party of New York's top models. Things got wild, and by the end of the night, I ended up almost naked in the back of a limo going at it with Melania. That is Jeffrey Epstein claiming that he Melania.
So Brandon Tatum is talking about this woman, and I'm talking about this woman. And I'm black and he's black. Here's the thing that we have to pay attention to, because I like to just separate things and then put them all back together. All right. When you look at this man, Officer Tatertits, the first thing I see is him saying things that he doesn't necessarily believe. Him saying things because he's going to get validation from saying it, right? And I think that's the biggest thing that we have to pay attention to. The why. I always like to talk about the why. The reason why I was talking about Melania Trump is because, one, I did enough research to be able to say, yes, is a very good chance that Melania Trump was a prostitute. She was, allegedly getting ran through by a lot of the elites back in the day. And Donald Trump decided to wife up a prostitute, and now she is now the wife of a president, but she started off as a prostitute. I did research. All right. She actually came out and started speaking in a way where you're like, oh, damn, somebody, Amanda Ungaro is about to tell all of her business. And this woman that used to be a prostitute is trying to jump in front of it. That was an actual story that was going on. I didn't come out of nowhere and start shitting on Melania Trump. I don't know this woman, but she literally started the situation, with her press conference out of nowhere. So it wasn't out of hate. Another person, Candace, started talking about Brigitte Macron being a man. Some people would say Michelle Obama is a man or was a man or whatever. So do you look at what Candace said and shame her for what she said about Brigitte versus what Officer Tatertit is saying about Michelle? My point is this. You have to look at why they are saying these things. Now, I can't speak for Candace because that's her business on why, but I can speak on me on why I talked about Melania Trump. I talked about Melania Trump because she started talking about herself and it became a big story. And if you know about, the background of Donald Trump, Melania was by Donald Trump's side for decades as he was doing all of these heinous things. So I have a certain amount of disdain, not only for Donald Trump, but for his wife. And the reason why I came out to talk about it is because of the tadpoles, the traffic lights, the trafficking and stuff, right? So why did Officer Tatertits start going off on Michelle Obama? It's because she's black. It's not because it's another story. It's because it is. It's because of that. It's because she's black. And that is the difference between other people and Officer Tatertits. So now let's go into Officer Tatertits' story.
Jail, you dirty, sorry.
The most dangerous moment in a man's life is when he loses the thing that told him who he was. I've been thinking about that ever since I saw this clip of D.L. Hughley responding to Officer Tatum's perspective on the Nolan Wells case.
And his name, this guy who did this documentary, I think he knew Officer Tatertits, and they had somewhat the same story. They both were in football or whatever, but his name is Ced Thompson on YouTube.
You're a black man, they make you hold the shit you used to be, so it holds weight now. He was a football player and failed at that. Found his way into police work. He's always looking for the same adulates and same cheers he used to get on the football field. And usually them came from white coaches. He's only doing what he's been trained to do.
You get you one of these Trump 2.0 shirts right now.
Only reason people on the right fuck with black people is if they safe. He looks like the kind of man that would have to marry a white woman. He looks like the kind of man that would have to marry a white woman.
And what he said is facts. And I can say that because I lived it. I understand Brandon and what he's doing.
I'm getting sick of black people, right? I like the black people like me and others that are conservative, that's smart, but the rest of y'all, I'm sick of y'all.
We were both faced with the same question that changed our lives. And looking at where his answer took him made me realize there was one question I asked myself that sent us on two completely different routes. So I was a captain at the University of Minnesota. I declared for the 2015 NFL draft, and I was drafted by the Miami Dolphins, and I was the 150th overall pick. I was on.
And just listen to the story, because him and Officer Tatertit has somewhat of the same story. Because like I said, we're talking about the background of Officer Tatertit and why he's the way he is. So this is a very intriguing story.
Practice squad my entire rookie year, and at the end I decided to go to the New England Patriots for my second year. And then I was released after not playing well against the Chicago Bears, and it was legitimately one of the hardest days of my life. I loved being in New England. I wanted to be on that team so bad, but it just didn't happen. I didn't play well, and it just wasn't I just didn't play well. And that was the first time I was hit with, damn, football can really end for me. This whole thing could be over. And it was tough because that was my whole identity.
So right here, football, or winning, being a good football player, was his whole identity. Well, it's the same when you look at Officer Tatertit. He was a football player, and he's going to discuss that. But I want to speak on identity in particular. Your identity is who you actually used to be. And he's going to talk about that, and not who you actually are. Me in particular, Mr. Let Go, Aaron, the reason why I call myself Mr. Let Go is because for the last, I would say 20 years, but professionally for the last 7 years, I help men and women let go of their childhood trauma. And the reason why that's significant is because I see Officer Tatertit's childhood trauma also. And I don't want to help him let go of this because he's making more money than I am. And, you know, when you get presented with an opportunity or some money and it can feed your family, go for it. I ain't mad at you. I think you're a bitch for doing it, but I ain't mad at you. You got to take care of your family however you want to take care of your family, right? So there's no helping Officer Tatertits let go of anything because he made a decision, and that's who he is, and that's who he wants to be. But his story and my story can actually help people watching and help relieve you of the anger you may feel when you see Officer Tatertits saying all these nasty things about Black people. He's paid to say these things. He is literally like the bad or the evil wrestler in WWE wrestling. You have the good guys in wrestling and you have the bad guys in wrestling. So Tatertits is the bad guy in wrestling where everybody's like, boo, boo, right? But guess what? The bad guy in wrestling is as famous as the good guy in WWE wrestling. So that man just simply decided to take a side and just roll with it. And it just is what it is. So that is his identity. The problem is those wrestlers were white. And they did not speak against white people, you know, in the WWE. They spoke against just wrestlers. It was just a wrestling thing. But when you're a Black person, and we've been through so many different things historically, it's a little different when you're a Black person and you run around specifically just going off on Black people for white people. If you want to go off on Black people because you think Black people need to do better, that's one thing, because I've done that and I do that now. Because you want your own people to do better. And you kind of like just, you know, talk shit about them. But the thing about it is, when you only degrade the Black people, when you only talk shit about the Black people, and there's nowhere in your life or your past or your present when you're not helping Black people also. See, I will talk shit about single mothers, but at the same time, I would tell single mothers what they have to do to become more favorable in the dating market or favorable in their own family, right? I have gave courses. Some of the women in my chat right now, watching right now, I've coached and I've helped. So I don't just run around shitting on a group of people without helping that group of people, because it's not about shitting on the people. It's about letting the people know, like, hey, what you're doing is problematic. But if you were to do this or follow me over here, now, guess what? You could turn around and change this group of people that are being dysfunctional and make them more functional citizens of their community, right? Stop allowing intrusive, annoying ads during the live. What do you mean? October 3074. Ads are ads. I don't know. If ads are playing, that's kind of like what YouTube does. Are the ads doing something differently than they're usually doing? Let me know in the chat. I usually just run balanced ads, so I don't have crazy ads. Or is it the type of ad that is playing? But let me know what's going on in the ads, because I'm on live and ads are going to play, but it is what it is. Okay, so somebody said no. Okay, cool. I can't control the ads, y'all. Like, this is how I get paid. All right. Now, if y'all want to just spam me with super chats and $50, $100 super chats, I'll turn the ads off. So I could do that. So if y'all want me to turn the ads off, y'all got to drop a whole bunch of super chats, and that'll be a different story. But I got to get paid. But if the ads are crazy, let me know. All right. So going back to what I was saying, your childhood has formed your identity as an individual, whether you're Brandon Tatum, whether you're me, or whether you're you. And it's important for you to sit back and just think about what I am today and how has my childhood trauma affected me. Is it in a positive way or is it in a negative way? Me in particular, I'm happy to say, due to the fact that I was traumatized and I went through whatever I went through, and we all was traumatized. I'm not saying I was like overly traumatized. We all were traumatized. I grew up in the hood. I help my community. I understand what being raised by a single mother can feel like. My mother was great, but being raised by a single mother traumatized me, okay, in different ways. I wasn't R-worded, I wasn't M-worded, but it traumatized me in certain ways. But my trauma pushed me to become a better man. Tatertit, his trauma made him into a worse man. I'm assuming, because I don't know, he was raised by a single mother just like I was. But I use growing up in the hood, being around a whole bunch of stupid people, seeing my mom get her ass beat by different men. It made me want to help women and not hurt them. But have I said something negative about women? Hell yeah. I've said a lot of negative things about women, because when it comes to single motherhood, nobody ever advocates for the child or the single mother. So yes, I've said a lot of negative things about single moms, because it seems to me that as the single mother of the child, does she ever think about how her child was raised? Because the thing about it is, and this is the reason why I'm bringing this up, single mothers, because of their lack of bandwidth, because of their need to make money along with raising their children, and they're doing it by themselves, that woman or those women can inadvertently raise young boys up to be like Brandon Tatum. Brandon Tatum holds a lot of anger in his heart for women, because he's always talking about black people, but he's mainly talking about black women and stuff. But he never gives out a solution. He never helps black women change their overall narrative. I've been coaching women in particular, but men too, for the last 7 to 10 years. And I would say 7 and not 10, because I kind of like forgot how long it's been, but I would say between 7 and 10 years. So I always gave back. I always view my community as an asset, and I always viewed myself as somebody that is always open to serve the women and the men in my community and become a server of the asset and make the asset better, because women and men, of course, are assets to us. The better you are, the better I am. The better I am, the better you are. So yes, we've all said this about this president, that president. We've all said something about Melania Trump. We've all said something about Michelle Obama. I have went down a rabbit hole in wondering, is Michelle Obama a man or is she just a woman? Is, you know, there was a story about, and let me know in the chat, have you heard about the story of Obama, the Obamas? They had a chef, and it was a black guy, and he showed up dead. I talked about how maybe they unalived him or some shit, right? So I don't get mad at Brandon Tatum or anybody else that will go on social media and talk shit about Michelle Obama, talk shit about Barack Obama, talk shit about Melania Trump, talk shit about shit. We talked about how Hillary Clinton or Bill Clinton was running around eating babies. So that in itself does not make you a bad person. It actually makes you a person that is open to learning about what they may not know. All right. But when you just become this this hatred filled person and you never stop and you never help, because the helping is the way you give back, then you become an evil human being. And that is what Brandon Tatertit actually became, an evil human being. And I said all that to let y'all know that we all have trauma. We all have anger, but some people look to use that anger and that trauma in one way, but Brandon Tatum decided to use it in a different way.
My life. I loved being in New England. I wanted to be on that team so bad, but it just didn't happen. I didn't play well, and it just wasn't, I just didn't play well. And that was the first time I was hit with, damn, football can really end for me. This whole thing could be over. And it was tough because that was my whole identity.
And what's up, Serene? And what's going on, Tamara? What's up, Mimi?
That's how everybody knew me, from being a little boy all the way until I was 23, 24 years old, and even still now to this day. So if you're not familiar with Brandon Tatum, he's a black conservative political commentator on YouTube. He's from Fort Worth, Texas, and went to Dunbar High School and was a legit prospect. He was an All-American and played in the U.S. Army All-American game, which is the top 78 high school players in the whole country. He then got a scholarship to the University of Arizona, where he played for 5 years. He declared for the 2010 NFL draft, only to not get drafted and not get picked up by a team. And that's where his football career ended. It was all over after the University of Arizona. After football, Brandon decided to be a cop in Tucson, Arizona. In March 2016, Trump comes to Tucson for a rally. Tatum goes to the rally as a civilian. He doesn't go as a cop, and he posts about a 10-minute video about it.
What's going on Facebook? It's B Tatum. I'm making this video to give you guys some insight on my experience at a Donald Trump rally.
And that video gets about 1 million views, and even Trump campaign's Facebook page shares it. This is where I think he got his first hit of dope after football. And what I mean by dope, I mean dopamine. For an athlete, that's the drug. The cheers he heard came back instantly. And in some ways, I would say that this is more addictive, because when you leave the tunnel and you leave the field, you don't hear your name being screamed anymore. But on social media, you can constantly refresh it over and over, and you see the comments and the likes and the DMs from these people who are cheering for you, who want you to win.
Yep.
Then on September 24th, 2017, he posted a 7-minute video about NFL players kneeling. 2 days after the president stood on the stage in Alabama and said owners should get those players off the field.
He's gonna say, that guy that disrespects our flag, he's fired.
That video does 70 million views. And of course it did. A black man, a former football player, a working police officer, taking the other side against a black quarterback. That was the exact voice a whole lot of people were looking for and couldn't do themselves.
So right there, Tatertit seen an opportunity to become a raccoon, I would say, to go against black people, because if you guys remember, the reason why the guy, what is his name? Damn. He played for the 49ers, the quarterback. What's the name of the quarterback that kneeled? I forgot his name. Damn, I can't remember his name. But when that quarterback kneeled, he wasn't hurting anybody. He just decided to kneel, and everybody else started to kneel. And it started a revolution, and it actually caused thousands, maybe millions. I don't think millions, but it caused millions of people. I'm just going to say millions because it sounds better. Colin Kaepernick. Thank you. Somebody said Tim Tebow. Colin Kaepernick. Crazy. That's hilarious. It caused millions of people to actually start boycotting the NFL, because the NFL started trying to stop people from kneeling. But what's wrong with kneeling? Like, it's just protesting. And what's wrong with protesting? You know, black people have always been wronged in America. And now I'm starting to realize white people have been wronged in America also. You know, we talk about how IHOP is taking over the damn White House, and the IHOPians, they see white people as cattle, just like they see black people as cattle. And that's somewhat the reason why I have changed my platform a little bit, because I'm like, damn, they see y'all as cattle too? They wrong y'all just like they wrong us, not to the same level, but I'm like, damn. So it became all of us, and not just black people, up against them. And now I see the fight as all of our fights. Put the fist in the comments. Was it black fist, white fist? But put the fist emoji in the chat if you realize that it's all of us against IHOP and not black people against white people. Because there's a certain group of white people. But growing up as a black boy, whether it's Brandon Tatum or me, we were literally told, or systematically told, I would say, it's black people against white people. No, it's black people and white people and different races against this country that is trying to subjugate all of us. All of us have been subjugated to a certain degree, some at a higher degree than others, right? So when you see Colin Kaepernick or any of us or Candace speak against those people, they're trying to shut us up. They're trying to silence us the same way as they were trying to silence Colin Kaepernick. So when you see Tatertit speak up against Colin Kaepernick, and he's a black man, of course he's going to get 70 million views, because most of the views were like, what the fuck is he doing? We're trying to get a voice. We're trying to show the world like, hey, black people matter. And I'm not saying Black Lives Matter, because that Black Lives Matter movement was ran by George Soros and some lesbians. So Black Lives Matter was against the cause, but the thought process of Black Lives Mattering helped everybody grow, and it showed everybody what side everybody was on. Sadly, they hijacked it with Black Lives Matter movement, but that's a different story. But at the end of the day, for Officer Tatertit to turn around and go against this protesting that we all were doing, like on the heels of, it was like 3 different people that lost their lives by white police, right? And it became something that was bigger than just Black Lives Matter thing, you know, and it kind of like galvanized all of us. But for Officer Tatertit to just go against this, yes, it was a problem. And this is the time where he was actually chosen by white America, because he picked a side.
1 month after that video, October 2017, he resigns from the police department.
Right there. 1 month after posting a video against Colin Kaepernick, he resigned from the police department. Why? Because of this. Look at the hat. Left blast MAGA hats as racist. This man became a token of ineptitude, a token of, I'm going to be the black guy that shits on white people, black people for white people.
From there, he signs with Liftable Media, which runs the Western Journal and the Conservative Tribune. Turning Point USA hires him at the end of March of 2018 as Director of Urban Engagement. It's the lane that he chose. When this stuff shows up in my feed, it's almost always a story about black people, and it's almost always the worst version of it. That became the job. He's the guy who says the thing about black folks that a certain crowd can't say out loud themselves.
Exactly.
That became the job. He's the
Look at the actual thumbnails. Black Anthem goes wrong. Black Anthem? What is a Black Anthem? Black Anthem goes wrong is absolutely crazy.
Guy who says the thing about black folks that a certain crowd.
Hold on, what's the other thumbnails? Because I never looked at this dude's shit. Like, Officer Tatum is a piece of dog crap. So look at Black Brawl, BLM riots, ghetto grade. Like, this shit is disgusting, bro. This shit is absolutely disgusting. But he became the Black token Negro.
Almost always the worst version of it. That became the job. He's the guy who says the thing about black folks that a certain crowd can't say out loud themselves. That's what I couldn't get past. And the more I looked at how he got there, the more I realized I know exactly where it started. Because it started in the same place for me. When football ended, I didn't know it yet, but I was about to choose my whole life with one question. I did not ask, what do I like doing? I asked myself, what did I like doing? What do I like doing isn't a bad question. It's just the wrong question at that specific moment when you're transitioning, trying to figure out who you are. Because when you ask, what do I like doing? You're looking outwardly and you're looking to figure out what do you like doing and grasping on the things that you think are just for you.
Wait, there's a Black Anthem? What is a Black Anthem? I never heard of the Black Anthem. Somebody can sing a Black Anthem? I'm Black and I never heard of a Black Anthem. There was a Black Anthem? What is that? Somebody said in the chat, the Black Anthem is a thing. Or somebody trolling me. I never heard of that. Like, what the hell is that? But let me know if I missed something.
And when you ask, what do I like doing? It automatically makes you do that. It makes you look outward. What did I like doing is the right question because it makes you look internally. It makes you think about who you were before somebody told you who you are, before the number that they gave you, before the badge that they gave you, before the thing that they said that you were good at, that you probably were good at, but you didn't want to do it. You go back to a version of yourself that wasn't performing for anybody. Who am I is an open door with nobody home. And somebody will walk through it and tell you who you are. And it will feel incredible because it'll feel like you are wanted again.
Right there. Right there. Somebody told Officer Tatertit, Officer Tatertits, Officer Afterbirth who he is. See, none of you can tell me who I am because I know who I am. And I want y'all to think about this because this is important. I am still who I used to be. If I was to call up my ex-wife right now and say, am I the same person that I was when we were teenagers? She's going to say, for the most part, yeah. Yeah. So I have kids. I have friends that I grew up with, and they love to see, you know, what I do on social media, but I'm the same person. I have somewhat the same beliefs. Of course, I've evolved, but overall, I'm the same damn person. And because of that, I feel fulfilled because I have not, or I did not have to turn around and do some shit that got me money, made me money, got me attention in order to serve an audience that I don't have the same beliefs as. See, I believe what I believe now somewhat as I believed when I was 17, 18. I grew up in the hood. Oh, Lift Every Voice and Sing was a Black anthem. Okay, I never knew that was called the Black anthem. Okay, yeah, Lift Every Voice and Sing. Okay, gotcha. But, and I think it's important for y'all watching to sit down and look at your life and say, did I go left or am I the same person from 10, 20, 30 years ago? And I'm happy to say that I'm a father. I love my kids. My kids look up to me. My kids do not see me as this weird, terrible person just because I got a lot of likes and views on social media. No, I'm the same person. And to be honest with you, I would have made millions of dollars by now if I was to change. I could have picked a side. I could have been this guy instead of that guy, and I would have made way more money, got way more views. But I believe in being myself, and whoever I attract as myself is the people that supposed to be here. I'm not going to change and start going against my own beliefs in order to get some type of notoriety. I'm not going to do that. But I can't get mad at somebody else who took the money. It is what it is.
So what did you think was going to happen?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Back up. I just seen something and put it on the big screen.
You are wanted again.
So what did...
This is the reason why he has problems. Because once again, he's shaped like a woman. Look at his titties. Look at his little body. He has this weird little insect body. And this is the reason why he was never accepted. Look at him. This is the reason why he was never accepted in the black community. He's just tall, but he's fat. He's like, he has this weird shaped little body. Look at him. This is the reason why he hates black people, because he most likely got teased when he was younger.
Until you...
Like, look at him. He's shaped like a normal person. Look at me. I'm shaped like a normal person. But then when you look at Tatum, he's shaped like a bug.
And it will feel incredible because it'll feel like you are wanted again.
So what did you...
Look at him. You see how he's shaped. He's shaped differently.
Think was going to happen?
When you hop online, you can't choose who messes with you. You become chosen.
I disagree with that. I totally disagree with that. When you hop online, you do choose who rocks with you. Y'all are me and I am y'all. And I chose y'all just like y'all chose me. So I don't understand why he would say that, because I chose this life. A lot of you guys watching me have been watching me for years. And another group of you have just started watching me. Put it like this. Put a 1 in the chat if you just started watching me. Put a 2 in the chat if you've been watching me for years. Put a 1 in the chat if you just started watching me. Put a 2 in the chat if you been watching me for years. I chose y'all just like y'all chose me. I wasn't chosen. I didn't turn into something in order to get you guys to watch me. No, I came online being myself. And now that I'm myself, you guys are rocking with me because I'm myself.
And somebody will walk through it and tell you who you are. And it will feel incredible because it'll feel like you are wanted again.
But that's the problem, in my opinion. And that's the reason why we're having this conversation. I'm not chosen. I'm just myself. I don't need to walk in a room and be validated and accepted. That feels good because I'm a human being, but I don't live off of that. And I think that may be what makes me different. That might be a thing that I'm not the same as a lot of other people. I don't know, because I'm just myself. But do you think, just in the chat, yes or no, do you think you have to be chosen by people on social media to do something? I don't agree, but what do you guys agree? Oh, I got, someone say I got girl shoulders. Me? Okay. Y'all trolling. Okay. No, this man has girl shoulders. This is girl shoulders right here. Somebody said, oh, I found you yesterday. Oh, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. But these are girl shoulders. These are man shoulders right here. So, oh, you talking about the you talking about Tatum has girl shoulders. You talking about him? Okay, yeah. These are girl shoulders. This man is shaped like a woman all together. Hold on, let me show y'all this again. Where's the video?
Be good boy for master.
Whoever made this meme doesn't realize.
See, somebody made this meme. And in this picture right here, he actually is shaped like a man. But this is not how Officer Tatum is actually shaped. He's shaped like this.
He doesn't look like this. He actually looks like this. Officer Tatum is shaped like a woman. Him and Saucy Santana can be brothers or sisters. Officer Tatertit got caught wearing the same pants as Saucy Santana.
Hey, now, I don't know if she a man or not. I don't think she is.
I don't think you shaped like a man or not.
So this is the reason why he is the way he is, because he's shaped like a woman. So going back to the other video.
What did you think was going to happen?
When you hop online, you can't choose who messes with you.
So right there, when you hop online, you don't choose who messes with you. Do you agree or do you disagree? Let me know. Say agree or disagree. When you get online, you cannot choose who messes with you. I choose who messes with you because who messes with me. Because the thing about this, say I was to go out and start acting like Brandon Tatum in 2 weeks. I would bring in a whole new demographic of people. So that means I choose who messes with me. Just like you choose who messes with you. You are in control of your own narrative. Don't allow anybody to lie to you and tell you that somebody else chooses who messes with you. No. Y'all are here because I wanted you guys here. Because I can act totally different and then get a totally different demographic in here. I choose not to do that. So I choose who messes with me. All right. So always remember that it is your choice. Always.
You become chosen. And the easiest way to become chosen is to be abrasive.
Michelle Obama, you dirty, sorry.
So his brand is the Officer Tatum. I'm not calling him a sucker like DL did.
Just sucker shit to call yourself the job you used to have.
He doesn't say former Officer Tatum. He didn't say Brandon Tatum. He calls himself the Officer Tatum. He resigned from the Tucson Police Department in October of 2017. That is almost 9 years ago. And I'm not clowning him for this because I know exactly why he does it. That badge was the last thing that made him somebody to other people.
So let's look at this picture right here. He's taking a picture with a white kid. And there's nothing wrong with taking a picture with a white kid, but if you look around in the background, as an adult, he spent a lot of time around white people. And there's nothing wrong with spending a lot of time with white people. I do a lot of content with white people. Shout out to Valhalla, shout out to Jesse on Fire, shout out to Danks, shout out to Trigger Smart. But Coach Colin is also there. Didi with a podcast. You know, I know him. So it's not just white people, but when you just look at somebody that only does things with white people and they're black, because like I said, shout out to Didi, shout out to Coach Colin. There's a lot of other black people in this space. But when you only spend time with white people and you're black, it may say something. It may do something to your internal identity. Shout out to Baron. Yeah. You know, we you know, a lot of us are in the same group chats and, you know, the group chat is going crazy now. And it's 52 messages in the group chat. Yeah. So shout out to Baron Coleman. Shout out to Jesse on Fire, Valhalla. Yeah, we have conversations all day in the group chat. So the thing about it is, it becomes a thing where if it's only white people and I'm hanging with only white people and I'm black, kind of like with Brandon Tatum, now there's a reason why, because there's always a reason why somebody's doing something. Somebody said the sunken place. Yes. Officer Tatertit is in the sunken place. I hang with white people. I hang with black people. So I have no problem with either group. But if you only hang with black people, as a black person, there's a lot of questions that need to be asked. And that is Officer Brandon Tatum. He only hung with black people. He only hung with white people. He only helped young white people when he was an officer.
People. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't know that feeling. When the only room that ever cheered for you are rooms you didn't build, you learn to read them. You learn what makes them stand up. You learn what the character flaws are in the conditioning. Every athlete alive has this. The problem is when the game ends and you never unlearn it. Now you're just a man looking for a room to please. Now you're just a man looking for a room to please.
Only looking for a room to please. That is the actual issue right there. When you spend your whole adult life, because I would say when you were young as a kid, you kind of like wanted to seek validation. You know, that was important to you. And it's somewhat important to us now. But at the end of the day, as an adult, if you don't have a foundation, if you don't have any balls as a man, yeah, you'll end up going over here because they like you or going over there because they cheer for you. I ain't doing none of that shit. There's so many different things that I had opportunities to do just as a coach, as a content creator. Like, let me give you an example, because this is important. Say yes if you know who Kevin Samuels was. Say no if you don't know who Kevin Samuels was. So in the relationship space, there was a guy named Kevin Samuels, and he got so many views. He got so much notoriety. He started making so much money by shitting on women, shitting on black women in particular. And when Kevin Samuels was alive, I didn't speak out against him, but I didn't necessarily like what he was doing. Or I would say I didn't like the direction he was going. But he got all the views, he got all the notoriety. And to me, he was problematic. And there was a guy named Obsidian that was good friends with Kevin Samuels. And I would send Obsidian different videos of Kevin Samuels saying crazy shit about black women. And I'm like, yo, what is wrong with this dude? Because at this point, Kevin Samuels was way up here. And I was like, yo, why is he saying all this crazy shit about women? Y'all cool with this? And when Kevin Samuels died, everybody was talking about Kevin Samuels because he just died, right? And I was like, yo, for those who don't know, I didn't fuck with this dude because of how he got his validation. And some people didn't know this about Kevin Samuels. He was talking shit about men at first. He was helping men, but that did not give him the validation and notoriety that talking shit about women did. And I was like, why is it that he only started talking shit about women and not talking shit about black men back then? Because that's what I noticed. It's the only thing, y'all. See, I talk shit about black people, how they need to grow, black women, single mothers, modern men, white men, black men. I've said things like modern men are modern women with penises. I didn't say black men. I said modern men. That was all inclusive. And in a way, it was a joke, but in a way, I was serious. I think modern men as a whole are softer and more effeminate than traditional men. You know, men like your uncle, men like your dad, men like your granddad. Modern men were raised in this social media society, and a lot of modern men, they didn't go outside. They didn't climb trees. They didn't play in the mud. They didn't get into fights. They didn't try to talk to girls. And when a girl gives you some attention, you got to pull out a pen and pull out a piece of paper and write a phone number on some paper. And if you didn't have paper, you would literally write the girl's name and her phone number on your on the palm of your hand. Have any of you ever seen or ever wrote a girl's phone number on the palm of your hand or this part of your hand right here? So I've talked shit about women, men, black women, white men, black men. But when you only, like Officer Tatum and Kevin Samuels, talk shit about one particular demographic of people and don't say anything about the other demographic, there's a problem. So I'm not saying Kevin Samuels was like Officer Tatum, but there's a possibility that the validation and the attention that Kevin Samuels was getting could have made him into an Officer Tatum. Because in my opinion, both men did not necessarily have a strong foundation. They started seeing the validation and they ran with it. And I think both of them lost themselves to a certain degree. Because there was a what was it? There was a sound board that Kevin Samuels had. And when a overweight woman would come on the screen, he would play a sound like elephants. And I was like, bro, why are you doing that? Why are you playing that sound every time an overweight woman came on the screen with you? And then he would make another sound, and the sound literally said, "You stupid woman." I'm like, why is you doing that? And I would go to Obsidian like, yo, why is he adding all these disrespectful sounds to the soundboard? The reason why is because the validation got bigger. He felt the need to go farther in the disrespect. So I seen this in Kevin Samuels way before Brandon Tatum. So the disease or the dopamine hit of validation or of the super chats, because what happened with Kevin Samuels was the same as what was happening, well, is happening with Brandon Tatum. When you start getting all these super chats, all this acknowledgement, when you shit on a certain group and the other group, whether it's white people or whether it's black men, because the black men and the white men, they enjoyed Kevin Samuels, seeing Kevin Samuels shit on woman after woman after woman after woman, and he made all this damn money. It's the same thing that's happening with Brandon Tatum. The more he shits on women, the more black women, the more he shits on black men, the more money he makes. And it becomes a disease. And you become blind to who you actually are. And you lose your identity as a human. And I'll say it again. I don't shit it on a lot of different groups of people. But it was a lot of different groups of people. It wasn't one. But when it's one, every day, every time you wake up, you're shitting on one specific demographic or group of people, then it's a problem. And you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, yo, what am I doing? And why am I doing it? So there's plenty videos of me talking shit about different people, not the same people. And I needed to say that because I never want anybody to go and find a video of mine and say, hey, you said this about single mothers. Hey, you said this about black men. Hey, you said this about white men. Yes. But you're never going to find out that I only said it about this person or that person, that. No, because all of us can do better. And some people may not agree with shitting on a group of people to make them better. understandably. But I, unlike Brandon Tatum, did not just shit on one demographic of people. Because when you do that, that means there's something pushing you. There's something incentivizing you. Because there's always one group of people that hates another group of people. Like, even with me, I don't shit on liberals. I don't shit on the conservatives. I don't shit on Democrats. I don't shit on Republicans. Because to a certain degree, they all fucked up. They all ain't shit. I don't shit on one religion. I shit on church in particular, no matter what type of denomination of the church, because I think church and all the religions pit each other against the other damn religion. And that's important when you look at a content creator. That's important when you look at somewhat in some type of some person or some group that may be in a leadership role. Why are they doing this? And who's paying them or incentivizing them to talk about this one group? And that's when you're going to get your answer on it's the person themselves, or is that person, do they have a battery in their back? And who put that battery in their back? That's important for you to understand, just as a man or a woman.
Rooms you didn't build, you learn to read them. You learn what makes them stand up. You learn what the character flaws are in the conditioning. Every athlete alive has this. The problem is when the game ends and you never.
I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to come up and share your opinion about this, because I think this is a conversation that I want to have with all of you. So I'm dropping a link in the chat. It says StreamYard. Hit the link if you want to come up.
Ever unlearn it. Now you're just a man looking for a room to please. Now you're just a man looking for a room to please.
I've never ran around looking for a room to please. I ran around looking for women to please. Shout out to the women. But I never ran around for a room to please. See, when I walk in a room, people feel the environment change. When I walk in a room, something changes in that room. They become the people that want my validation.
And you'll take whatever and whoever.
Not me. I ain't taking nothing that I don't want.
Claps for you. And you'll lose who you are. There is no other place in the world where you can do that. But social media will pick you up and choose you. He didn't sell out. He got adopted.
He said he didn't sell out. He got adopted. Shout out to Busby. Thank you for the stars. Shout out to Renita Tatum's song. He got it from his mama. Is crazy. He got them hips from his mama. But yeah. Tatum is shaped like a woman, and that's the reason why he's so angry.
You watch Brandon or any other guys in this lane, you notice what they've decided makes a man. Volume, intimidation, status, being the loudest, hardest, least bothered guy in the room. I'm here to tell you, that's not strength. That's a man who found out what gets applause and decided that was his personality.
Yep. He got adopted because nobody wants him. Facts. Nobody wants to hang out with Officer Tatum, and no woman wants to be with Officer Tatum. Hence the reason why he had to get with a woman that looks like Jigsaw from The Saw.
You cannot be useful to anybody if you're renting your convictions from a crowd, because the second that crowd changes its mind, so do you.
Exactly. I have been the same person with the same set of principles for my whole life.
You have to have a backbone as a man, and you get it by understanding your foundation, how it was built, and the responsibility you have to build on it. Somebody's going to offer you a name, and it is going to feel like being wanted. Don't ask who you are. You don't have time to answer that honestly right now. Ask, what did you like doing? And get back to it. Because if you don't understand your foundation, somebody is going to hand you one, and you'll defend it like it was yours the whole time.
That is a fact. That is a fact. Actually, let me see. Call my daughter. What am I going to ask her? I'll call my daughter and ask her, but I gotta figure out what question I want to ask to her. So I don't want to just call her, just be calling her. But because she doesn't know me when I was a teenager because she was a baby. So I can't ask my daughter that I changed. She's gonna be like, I was a baby. So I don't know. Where's the video I was looking for? So this is him.
Segregated school.
Over here, you can't say white people are off limits for you to talk about. You can't say nothing about white people. Because last time I checked, when you look at the founding fathers, they were white. All the same people that wrote the Declaration of Independence, that established the Constitution of the United States of America, they were white. So you under the rule and protection and freedom of the white man.
The white man. He puts a H in front of white. White. He put the H in front of the W instead of the H after the W. The white. He said white man instead of white. Listen to this shit. This man is this is crazy.
Who died and sacrificed to make sure all this started was the white man. Now, as a black man, I'm thankful for the white man. And y'all won't be mad at me. I don't care because y'all dumb anyway. Your neighborhood screwed up and you ain't gonna never be nothing. So don't get mad at me. All the brothers.
Y'all just listen to this dude, bro. This shit is bad.
Of America, they were white. So you under the rule and protection and freedom of the white man. Who died and sacrificed to make sure all this started was the white man. Now, as a black man, I'm thankful for the white man.
Yo, this man is hilarious. I'm thankful for the white man. This is crazy, y'all.
And y'all won't be mad at me. I don't care because y'all dumb anyway. Your neighborhood screwed up.
Your neighborhood screwed up. Not our neighborhood screwed up. Your neighborhood is screwed up.
And you ain't gonna never be nothing. So don't get mad at me.
Damn, not you ain't never gonna be nothing. Damn.
Brothers that think like me, we successful.
The brothers that think like me, we successful. The raccoons are successful, right?
All the brothers that think like me, we successful. Y'all dumb ain't gonna never be done with yourself. If you mad at me for saying this, you should be thankful for the white man. They came over here and sacrificed. Because what did the black man do for you? Oh, y'all want to get busy?
There's something about his face that is just off-putting. I don't know what it is.
We can get jiggy tonight. I got all night. What the black man do for you? So I was not invited to any of the Turning Point Faith events, which I'm one of the biggest Christians in the movement right now.
For him to say all this shit and then he doesn't even get invited in any of the rooms of the white people that he seems to love.
That stand up for Jesus Christ on every platform that I've ever been on.
It was at this particular time that Brandon Tatum was not involved to speak or lead any of the worship services at Turning Point USA's Christian events. And there is Brandon Tatum saying, well, I'm one of the biggest Christians in the conservative space. Why was I left out? That's interesting because that's not the first time that Brandon Tatum was left out of anything. When Charlie Kirk had his funeral on September 21st, 2025 in Arizona, there were speakers at Charlie Kirk's funeral. There was Donald Trump, there was J.D. Vance, there was Mark Rubio, Robert F. Kennedy, Pete Segath, all these different names. Donald Trump Jr., Tucker Carlson, who Brandon Tatum hates, Sergio Gore, except who? No Brandon Tatum. On one end, you spent a lot of time berating Black Americans for white people, and even though you do make a lot of money catering to that group, you largely have no leverage. And that's something
that right there. Even though you cater to this other group that doesn't necessarily want you there, you have no leverage. You have no leverage. You can't be a black man and just go over and start shitting on black people for the white men and think you have leverage. They have the leverage. You don't. Because if they turn their back on you, you ain't got nobody because you just shitted on your own people.
That's very interesting in Black society, because when you have leverage in Black society, you're able to get almost on anywhere. The Black community is what gets them into the door, and then everything else scales them, meaning that they start with their own people, most of them, okay?
And we all have our own people. whether you white, black, whether you Indian, whether you are Latino, and you never are supposed to just go against your own people. As a white man, I would never tell a white man to go against white people. As a Latino person, I would never tell a Latino person to go against their own people. But the key is to work in unison with other people that aren't your people. We can all just be together. We can all be around each other. We never so the my people thing is always going to be there. And we can't turn around and act like it's not, because it's a thing. It's who we are, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. But never shit on your people for somebody else's people.
Into a segregated
Right.
and that didn't feel weird to you that you
So this guy right here his name is Jesse Lee Peterson. And this is who Brandon Tatum operates as. He's like a younger Jesse Lee Peterson. And they both have the same slave eye. They both have the same slave eyes, by the way. Look at his eyes.
But you went to a segregated school, I'm assuming.
Right.
Yeah? And that didn't feel weird to you that you weren't
Not at
allowed?
all. Not at all, because,
See, everybody has their own background. Everybody has their background. They have their childhood trauma. He was this ugly dude. Sorry, but he's ugly. And he was raised around white people. And he most likely was like their pet.
with my friends, it was people. It wasn't like, and I knew that.
You know, this guy didn't have friends. He didn't have no friends. He didn't have no friends. Look how he talks. He didn't have no friends. And this is why he shits on black people to this day. And he was chosen. They put this little dude on a TV show.
There were whites only schools and blacks only. I remember the.
You think segregation was good?
It was neither good nor bad. It was a way of life.
But is it good that it ended?
No.
No.
It would have ended on its own.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't good that it was forced in it, because they're trying to make people love you. You can't make someone love you.
Right.
You know, you either a decent person. We were taught not to hate whites or anyone, right?
Yeah.
To treat everyone the way that we would like to be treated, and that was in my mind, and that's all we knew. And so we treated all people the way that we would like to be treated.
What if we had?
So this is a guy that Officer Tatum kind of like brands himself as the new version of this.
I heard. I heard. I heard that thing.
We make jokes about black people. We make jokes about black people.
I've been
and
married
we
to a
make
white
jokes
woman
about-
long enough where that I hear the smoke detectors now.
It just dawned on me. I now remember where I recognized Brandon Tatum's wife. But this is what she used to do before she got with Brandon Tatum.
I knew I recognized her from somewhere. She used to play the piano. She was extremely talented. She worked for McDonald's. So because of this, I have to put a lot of respect on Brandon Tatum's wife, because she was out here doing her thing way before she got with Brandon Tatum.
Did y'all know this was Brandon Tatum's wife through this whole time?
But Michelle Obama is not a good-looking woman. Everybody can't be fine like my wife. Everybody can't be fine like that.
This woman looks like a lactose intolerant zombie.
And there's a possibility that Brandon Tatum's wife is his handler. A lot of these dudes that get with well, I'm not gonna say that, but Brandon Tatum's wife may actually be Brandon Tatum's handler, just like Erica Kirk was Charlie Kirk's handler. And she kind of like tells him what to do, tells him who to be, tells him what rooms to go into. There's a possibility that she has all the connections and not Brandon Tatum. And this would actually mean that Brandon Tatum's wife sees Brandon Tatum as her pet, and she sicks him on other people. That's the thought. That is a thought. So I'm playing these videos just in case everybody didn't see them.
Michelle Obama is not a woman. Everybody can't be fine like my wife. Everybody can't be fine like that.
Toby, be good boy for master. Don't send Toby away. Toby, be good field hand, master.
That's all right, Toby. That's all right. You be a good field hand, you can stay here.
So whoever made this meme doesn't realize he doesn't look like this. He actually looks like this. Officer Tatum is shaped like a woman.
So wait, she was a Turning Point USA girl? That's how they met? Uh-oh. I didn't know that. So Brandon Tatum's wife came from Turning Point USA? Can anybody validate this or verify this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Amazing Lucas even spoke about meeting her before they met. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. That says a lot. Hold on, I want to make you moderator. Thank you so much for saying that. And hold on. I just want to make her a moderator real quick. I gotta find her. Where is she? Here she is. Add as moderator. All right. Thank you so much. I don't want to say your name wrong, but it's Squax, I guess. This person right here. Thank you so much. I just made you moderator. Thank you so much. I hope I'm saying your name right, Squax. But you gave me a new rabbit hole to go down. She came from Turning Point USA. Do y'all know what that means? What does that mean, y'all? What does that mean? If Brandon Tatum's wife came from Turning Point USA, what does that mean? Does anybody want to guess? Dun, dun, dun. She was paired with Brandon Tatum. Tyler Boyer paired Erica Kirk with Charlie Kirk. Tyler Boyer most likely paired her with Brandon Tatum. And I said I was going to do the video, but I didn't want to do it at first. But this right here makes me want to do the video about everybody at Turning Point USA being gay and everybody at Turning Point USA being paired up with women to look like they're not gay. I didn't really want to do the video because I was like, I didn't want to disrespect Charlie Kirk's name. But I think everybody at Turning Point USA was gay or is gay. And there's a lot of speculation, including Candace Owens, that says that all the men at Turning Point USA are gay. I didn't want to do the video because I don't want to be talking about somebody being gay and they're not even here anymore. But Candace Owens said everybody at Turning Point is gay, including Brandon Tatum. And that's the reason why, or possibly why, Brandon Tatum looks like this. Brandon Tatum is gay? There's a possibility Brandon Tatum is gay. But this would mean Charlie Kirk was gay. Damn. Because I have to include Charlie Kirk in this if everybody gay and Charlie Kirk ain't gay. Didn't Charlie Kirk say he was a virgin before he met Erica Kirk? This man has apple bottom jeans on. Apple bottom jeans with a bruh. This man has some apple bottom. He's probably gay. Damn. Another reason why he hates black people. Because he's gay. So, what I'm about to start doing now, because now I got to go down another rabbit hole. Y'all forcing me down another rabbit hole. I'm going to go down the rabbit hole to see if I have more proof that everybody, including Charlie Kirk and Brandon Tatum, is gay, and Tyler Boyer sets these men up with women, and they marry the women to serve as their beards. Because I think Brandon Tatum is gay. I easily think Brandon Tatum is gay. Just how he talks, I think he's gay.
Him and Saucy Santana can be brothers or sisters.
Hey, now, I don't know if she a man or not. I don't think she is.
I don't think you shaped like a man or not. Or I don't think you is.
But I will say.
And why do all coons look alike? He looks just like Jesse Lee Peterson. Look at the utter despair in their eyes. They have slave eyes.
Hey, y'all quit lying to this woman, act like she cute, though.
You built like your grandma. You out here built like a sassy, saucy Santana. Your new name is Quiet on the Creek Tatum. You should be concerned with why you look like you transitioning, like you get quarterly work done at Dr. Miami.
Look at his stomach. Look at his titties. Look at his legs. He literally looks like a woman. Brandon Tatum's wife is possibly his beard. And Brandon Tatum, just like everybody else at Turning Point USA, they run around fucking each other. There's a fact that after these events that Turning Point USA throws, whether it's AmFest or smaller events, they all get on Grindr and then have Grindr parties. Brandon Tatum is a sissy. I always thought he looked like a sissy. Well, recently, because I just found out that he's shaped like a sissy. I think his wife is his beard.
Who gave birth to y'all children? You or your mister? You talking about Michelle like your wife don't look like a sick Jeff Ross. No matter how much money your mister spent on her face not to look like Lord Farquaad, she still ended up looking like a fresh-faced Dylan Mulvaney. He was already out here lying on Nolan Wells, talking about a source told you that he was doing cocaine.
And this person told me that it's over 100% chance that Nolan was using cocaine during this period of time.
But your wife looks like she does cocaine at this period of time.
Listen, Aunt Jemima Tatertit, just go back to your regular routine and hate on black folks. Don't worry about your wife who look like she taste tests truck stop glory holes.
So this is the reason why this dude hates black people. He's shaped like a woman.
Bruh. Hold on. Where's the other video of... Wait, hold up. Where's the other video? I think it's this one.
Not a good-looking woman.
Now we know why. Because he's shaped like a black woman. He talks all this mess. So now, look. Shout out to Queen Latifah, but I don't want Queen Latifah to get astray. But look at this.
Toby, be good boy for master.
Whoever made this meme doesn't realize he doesn't look like this.
He doesn't. He looks like Queen Latifah.
He actually looks like this. Officer Tatum is shaped like a woman. Him and Saucy Santana can be brothers or sisters. Tatertits got caught wearing the same pants as Saucy Santana.
Hey, now, I don't know man or not. I don't think she is.
I don't think you shaped like a man or not.
They both have titties, y'all. And I know this is an AI video, but they both have titties. Why is it not playing? Wait, what happened? Oh, well, I don't know what happened. What? They both got titties. What are you talking about? I can't say men have titties. Why is it not playing? I just hit a button by mistake. So it is what it is. But I just wanted to do this live stream, y'all, to let y'all know that there are a lot of whys out there and a lot of whats. Meaning, why does Brandon Tatum do what he does? And the what is a why. He's probably gay. And his wife is his beard. Because there's no way in hell we can just look at his wife and just say, he got with her because she's sexy. So, do you think Brandon Tatum is gay? Yes or no in the chat. There's nothing wrong with gay people. I'm not going against the LGBTQ community. But do you think Brandon Tatum is gay? Because this is how this woman used to look back when they got together. Yes or no in the chat. In my opinion, she looks more like a dude than he does.
I heard. There, I heard that thing.
We make jokes.
I heard. There, I heard that thing.
We make jokes about black people. We make jokes about black.
Look how he's crossing his legs right here. Can y'all see? Look how he's crossing his legs like a woman. Do y'all see that? I know it might be a little small, but he's crossing his legs like a woman.
I heard. There, I heard that thing.
We make jokes about black people. We make jokes about black people.
I've been
and
married
we
to a
make
white
jokes
woman
about-
long enough where that I hear the smoke detectors now.
It just dawned on me. I now remember where I recognized Brandon Tatum's wife. But this is what she used to do before she got with Brandon Tatum.
I knew I recognized her from somewhere. She used to play the piano. She was extremely talented. She worked for McDonald's. So because of this, I have to put a lot of respect on Brandon Tatum's wife because she was out here doing her thing way before she got with Brandon Tatum.
But Michelle Obama is not a good-looking woman. Everybody can't be fine like my wife. Everybody can't be fine like that.
This woman looks like a lactose intolerant zombie.
So this is how she looked when they first got together. Why would he want to be with this? Possibly because he was paired up with her and Tyler Boyer said, get with her in order to be your beard because he is possibly gay.
So this is the reason why this dude hates black people. He's shaped like a woman.
So where is the video? Hold on. I'm looking for something. Okay, here it is. I don't know why there's no sound on this anymore. But right here, this is what I was looking for. I found it. This man looks exactly like Queen Latifah. Exactly like Queen Latifah. This man looks exactly like Queen Latifah. He's the same height. Look at the shoulders. Queen Latifah has broader shoulders than Brandon Tatum. This man looks exactly like Queen Latifah. Am I wrong? Queen Latifah has broader shoulders than Officer Tatertit. They have the same breasts. They have the same belly. They have the same legs. They have the same knees. Queen Latifah has broader shoulders than Officer Tatertit. There's a possibility that Brandon Tatum is married to that jigsaw looking woman and she's just simply serving as his beard. I don't know. And I don't want to just, go out on a limb, but I personally think Brandon Tatum is gay. Think he's a little fun boy. And he's shaped like a woman. It's so many questions that have been answered in this live stream. This man is a woman. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. So this is a live stream now. So I'm talking to the people that are watching this after the live stream is over. So everybody make sure to share your opinion in the comments. Y'all are in a live stream, but make sure to share your opinion in the live. I mean, in the comments after this video is over also. So I'm speaking to the people watching after the live stream is over. And buy my card game.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other. These are some good questions.
Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
Bless me and my mother with one of these decks. And I was asking her the questions while we were heading to the airport, and she was asking questions. And I like that there is something in there that really helps you to identify, how do you feel?
How do you feel?
How do you express this? What word could I use? Or et cetera, et cetera. And I don't want to get too much into it because I really think that you guys should check this out. Even in the half hour that we were asking these questions, it created such deeper discussions. I actually remember there was one question, and it was something along the lines of, did my mom ever experience grief that would have allowed her not to be as attentive? And then we started talking about, and that led to like a really cool conversation. And so it was good. And I like it because we were giggling in the car, like talking about these different stories, stuff around Christmas time. Oh, do you remember this? And it just allowed us to be very nostalgic and really take that road down memory lane. So that was, this game is really cool. So I definitely appreciate it, guys. We're going to connect the link below if you're interested in getting the mother-daughter card game. It's literally like therapy in a box. You get to ask all the questions that you may not have even known that you need to ask, or the conversation you didn't know you needed to have. So,
and the coolest part of this particular card game is, in your situation, your mom lives somewhere else. There's a mother deck and there's a daughter deck. So she was able to bring the mother deck home with her, and you kept the daughter deck. So now y'all can play over the phone or online, right? So you can buy this card game, pull out mom's card game, and ship it to her if she lives in another state. And somebody said, do I take calls? Yeah, I dropped the link probably like 20 minutes ago, and nobody hit the link. So yeah, I always love having people to come up on the show, but now it's like 3:40. I'm about to go eat. So yeah, I did want to have people come up and share their opinion. So on my next live stream, I'll definitely do that also. So talk to y'all later. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and make sure to hit the hype button.